All right, good morning, you guys. Monday morning. I have a love-hate relationship with Mondays, honestly, because my green personality loves the start of a new fresh week, new goals, all of the above. But then, if you got a case of the Mondays, it's a case of the Mondays. But let's start off our day with gratitude. So we do this every single day. What are you grateful for today? What are you thankful for? All of the above. Dig deep. Today, I am extra grateful because I've been a stay-at-home mom for almost 5.5 years. And today, I joke that parenting, it's like a video game. You unlock different levels of parenting every single day. Today, we are unlocking school. Because of Lavelle, because of this business, I've been able to continue to be a stay-at-home mom. And we are homeschooling now. So I unlocked another level of parenting. We are doing kindergarten homeschool. So I'm extra grateful for this business and for the opportunity to be able to be here for, not only both my daughters, but right now my oldest daughter. So what are you thankful for today? What are you grateful for? Fill up the comments with just what you're grateful for today. Skye?
Yes, I was reading the comments there. I see people are already just dropping in what they're grateful for today. So, yeah, same thing here. I start my day with gratitude every day. Today, I'm beyond thankful because our 2 nieces and our 2 nephews are home from California, and it's been a really long day, or a long couple of weeks without them, actually. So they've been gone for like 10 days, and it's the longest we've been away from them. We normally watch them 5 days a week, so it has been very different, very different for me. So I'm really looking forward to some motivation today.
All right, you guys, sorry, I'm changing a diaper. So if you hear stuff, this is mom life at its finest. But yes, so reflect every single day on what you're grateful for, thankful for. So let's move on to team news. Double triples were announced over the weekend. If you've seen Jason's post, you knew something was coming, but we did not know what. So if you are not following Jason and Paul on Instagram, get your butt over there, follow them, because they drop hints all the time. So Double Triple Fast starts super amazing promo to really up your paycheck and bring in new promoters. So double triples, don't forget about Operation Winning too, you guys. This is the last month of Operation Winning for 4 and 12, I believe it is 4 and 12K. So don't forget about Operation Winning and Heat, you guys. Heat will be dropping in people's mailboxes. Well, it's probably FedEx, so they don't put that in the mailbox. On their doorstep, we'll say, this week. Some people are starting to get it today. Some people, might get it later in the week. But don't forget to follow up with those people that ordered Heat. Okay. I think that's all for team news. Do we have anything else?
I just want to add something really quick. With the Heat, just like the chill, 1 envelope, 1 stamp, and you can send a packet of Heat to your customers to try. It's very inexpensive.
Yes, I absolutely love that. Just with Heat, the caffeine content, you just have to be careful and very, very thoroughly explain, what the product is. So if you're going to send it out, write up a note or something, that explains, don't take this in the morning, when to take it, and explain, because I know some people have customers that are caffeine sensitive. So just keep that in mind. If you do have those customers, maybe don't send them to them. But I love the idea of sending Heat. Personally, what I do is I send a thank you card, a handwritten thank you note every month for my auto ship customers. And I will include, I've done Blast, I've done Activate, Cafe. So Heat would be a very good one to include this month because it's a brand new friggin' product. So hot off the press, no pun intended. But moving on, Skye, did you have anything to add? Sorry. I'm like talking a mile a minute.
I do not. No, I do not have anything to add. I did just drop the verbiage for Heat into the comments though.
Perfect.
I do have one more thing to add. With this team promotion, the double, triple fast starts, the QV has changed.
Yep. So the QV, I don't remember what it was before, honestly, but it has changed. I think it's 12 and 16 now.
Yeah, I
Is that
believe
right?
it was 8 and 12 in the past.
Okay, that's kind of what I thought it was, but yeah, the QV has changed, so just keep that in mind, you guys. Sorry, getting milks. But let's move on to our topic for the day, which is, yeah, I'm getting your milk, honey. It's mom life, you guys. Motivation Monday. All right, so I kind of spoke on this on a Zoom last week. So if you were on that Zoom, I apologize. We're gonna kind of touch base on it again. How to keep going if you lose rank or if you don't quite get, what's the matter, babe? If you don't quite achieve the rank you're going for yet. Okay, so I know, honey. Sorry, guys. She was just woke up a little cranky, but how to, move on if you lost rank. Let's start with that one first. So I can speak personally on this, you guys, because I hit 40K exactly 1 month before my youngest daughter was born. And the week that she was born was an absolute insane week. I lost my grandfather on Monday. She was born on Friday. It was just, yeah, go give that to Joey. Thank you. It was just an insane week. So a lot happened. And I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying life happens. And it's okay that life happens. Okay. So I lost rank. We had a new baby that came 2 weeks early. We did not expect her that early. We did not expect the passing of my grandfather. So life hit me pretty hard. Okay. So I lost rank. And that's okay. Sometimes it's like a freaking kick in the gut. I won't say sometimes. It is always a kick in the gut when you lose rank. When you spend your time, okay, watching those dials in your back office and you see that it's not progressing, it's a kick in the gut. But you guys, you know what you have to do? You have to keep moving, okay? I lost 40K and I will be 100% transparent with you guys. I have yet to get it back. I've come close, but I have yet to get 40K back. She's 2 years old, but you have to keep moving forward because you know what? I'm 3.5 years in this business and I still to this day have people in my inbox that I personally know. They're like, okay, I've watched you for this amount of time. What is this? So when you get discouraged, it's okay. All right. Allow yourself 5 minutes. Then you need to move on and go into action mode. What are you going to do to continue to move forward and build yourself back up? Okay. So don't let yourself get down in the dumps for too long, because if you stay in that place, it's not good. Okay. Allow yourself your time, but move forward. So what I personally do is, I reflect back to where I was before this business. Okay. So when I get unmotivated because I have not gotten my rank back, I look back. Where was I 4 years before, ago? My oldest daughter was a year, and I was literally robbing the couch for change to buy diapers. Okay. Now, that's not the case, you guys. I took her school shopping yesterday and let her get whatever the heck she wants. We got this freaking sequin jacket. She can't even wear outside because it's going to blind people, but she wanted it and we were able to buy it for her. So when you're in that place of, darkness, if you will, just remember where you were before you started to where you are now. Because I could easily stand here and get discouraged because I'm not a 40K. I didn't re-rank back. I could, every day I could spend moping around and being like, oh, I suck because I didn't get 40K back. No, I'm not going to do that. Okay. I might get discouraged for a minute, but I move on because I remember where I was. I remember taking $20 into the grocery store and getting food for the week, you guys, for the week. And if most of you don't know, I have my family. My father-in-law lives with us, and so does my own father. I have 3 grown men to feed. $20 did not go far. Okay. So I think back to those times when I get stuck. Skye, what do you do if you feel stuck or unmotivated or anything like that?
Yeah, so like you, I can actually speak to some kind of personal testimony here. So, I'd been watching for several years myself before I finally said yes. And when I said yes to this business back in January, I kind of had it in my mind that it was, I didn't have an option to fail because why would I say no for so many years? And then when I finally say yes, just give up right away. So, I came in pretty hot. I got my 4K right away, like my first month. And then my second month, I ranked 12K. And I maintained 12K for several months. And the first month I lost it here a couple months back, it's, like you said, it's kind of a kick in the stomach. It really is. And, I barely lost it that month. And then last month, the first of the month started, and I had a promoter that I signed that she returned a package and then ghosted me. And so I literally started last month in the hole, and it was like an $800 package. And, that was even more of a kick in the gut. But literally from the first of the month, last month, I knew like I was not going to get 12K again last month. But I came close, and I came closer last month than I did the month before because I refused to give up on it. I just, I think that I think there's a lot of potential here. And, I was thinking about it yesterday when I was talking with somebody, and somebody, I think, was it Lisa that said, when we get into this business, a lot of our people, they wait for us to fail and they wait for us to be like, yeah, it didn't work out, right? And when I think about that, I'm like, God, you know what? Like, what would I rather have? Like, would I rather eat the crow and say I failed at this? Or would I rather consistently do this for the next 3 years, even if I literally don't make a penny at it? Because nobody's going to know if I'm making money or not, as long as I continue to show up every single day. So, I mean, and I felt like that was really big for me at that moment because I really am one of those people that I don't like to admit that, like, I was wrong or that I failed, especially to like my support system. So, I mean, that was really big to me, I guess. Just, yeah, I'd rather consistently do this because nobody's going to know. And when you
Yeah,
get
and
up,
there's,
keep
go
going.
ahead. I was just going to say, there's going to be always people who doubt or, my own grandmother, you guys, my literal best friend in the entire world. She looked at me last week and she says, I'm really proud of you. I said, for what? She goes, with this whole Thrive thing. She's like, well, she didn't say I, she said we, which means as a family, as a collective family. She says, we didn't think this would go anywhere. And I'm like, really? Like, you guys, and it wasn't that she doubted me. It was that she just wasn't familiar. So there's a lot of people who are just not familiar with network marketing and what the potentials are. They just see and hear people say, pyramid, and they're like, oh yeah, no, it's not, you guys. And you have to prove people wrong. Take people who doubt you, because I knew they doubted me. You know what I mean? Like I'm not dumb. I knew as soon as they tried the product, though, they were freaking hooked. They call me like I'm a dealer of some sort. Like, I ran out of Thrive. I need Thrive. I'm like, yeah, okay. Well, let's get your auto ship set back up. You know what I mean? So there's always going to be those people that maybe don't fully support, but just show them what you're capable of. Because if you just throw your hands up and give up, you're giving in. Okay. That's the only way to fail in this business, is to completely just throw your hands up, be like, all right, I'm done, and walk away. And let's talk for a few minutes on paychecks. Because I'm sure a lot of us, most of us, all of us, maybe you've gotten a paycheck where you felt like it wasn't enough, or you have paycheck, you know, whatever it may be, you're disappointed. You guys, we need to understand that we are 100,000% in control of our paychecks. If your paycheck sucked, use that as motivation, use that as fuel to push you. What are you going to do this week differently? You guys, I'm fully transparent with you. I have had a negative paycheck before. Negative. Like, I owed Lavelle money because of a return. And in that moment, kick in the gut didn't describe it. It was like a punch to the face. Okay. But you know what? I was, yeah, like it happens. You guys, people return stuff sometimes, and it's what happens. It's okay. You push forward. You make that money back, then some. Make sure next week you get more and more and more. Because Stephanie Grachik always says that she doesn't rely on anybody to build her paycheck. She says that she, you know, and that really what, baby? Joey's blanket? I don't know, honey. That really, you know, inspires me, because you cannot be comfortable, and you cannot, there you go, babe, rely on others to build your business or your paycheck. So, another thing to go along with that is this business is more than just a paycheck, you guys. This business is community. And to me personally, the community is worth more than any paycheck will ever be worth, honestly speaking. At 23 years old, I lost almost every person in my life because of a religious choice. And I lost everybody. I had to start completely over because I married somebody out of the church. Okay. So people and community is very near and dear to my heart. And the community that you have here in front of you is absolutely insane. Like, if you don't feel like you're part of a community here, you need to reach out, build those sideline relationships, I guess, is my number one tip. Build those sideline relationships so that you have a sense of community. Okay. But along with the community, a lot of people forget that thriving for free is also a paycheck. Okay. Your free product is a form of a paycheck, whether that be $50 a month, whether that be $400 a month in product credit. That is, they're paying you. Skye, what you got?
I would absolutely agree with that. I mean, you know, we are so blessed in this business to not only be able to make commission and get our free product, but we also have a product that not only can you feel working, like there's just no doubt about the testimonies behind it, but it's also something that it is residual. It is something that somebody's going to want again next month. It's not, you know, makeup or laundry soap, you know, one of the first costs that's going to get cut when somebody cuts their budget. You know, it's actually important to those people that value it. And we are so blessed to have our hands on that. And, my gosh, I kind of had a squirrel moment. Oh, I mean, and I don't know about anybody else, but, you know, as far as me and my wife go, we both agree that we would pay for these products, even if we didn't get them free. we would pay for them each month because they're just that damn good.
Yeah. And that's, you guys, I'll tell you a story, because last Sunday, not yesterday, the Sunday before, I forgot to take my products. I don't know what happened. I think life just got crazy. I forgot my capsules. I forgot my DFT. I forgot everything. I was lucky to have clothes on, I feel like, at that point of the day. I was like, what is this life? But you know what? I felt like shit. I felt like crap. And then I had a customer who, which this is going to be a topic in a minute. I had a customer message me and she goes, girl, I ran out of my product. She goes, I could tell such a difference today. She goes, I felt like crap. I was like, girl, same. Because I don't know what happened to me. I lost my mind this morning and I forgot to take it. So I'm like, I'm riding that struggle bus with you. But you guys, what happens when customers fall off? Because I have multiple customers, okay, who might get a couple months of the product and then they stop. They come back, then they stop. They come back, then they stop. So what I do personally, obviously follow up every month. See if, before their auto ship runs, hey, do we need to adjust anything? Would you like to add anything? Stay in contact 100% with your customers. So if they fall off, if they stop ordering from you, what do? Don't get mad, okay? It's the worst thing you could do. Don't get upset and be like, why'd you stop ordering? Don't get defensive, okay? You can simply, send them a message and say, hey, I just noticed that, your auto ship isn't running. Is, everything okay? Is there anything I can help with? Okay, communication. If they say, yeah, I just can't afford it right now, there's your opportunity into thriving for free. Talk about thriving for free first and foremost. Second, be like, girl, I get paid to do this. So there's your opportunity to talk to them about being a promoter. Third, if they're just like, I need to take a break, that's fine. Love them where they're at. Okay. Because 9 times out of 10, they're going to come back. Like I said, I have customers who come back repeatedly because, they try it, they fall in love with it. They tell me they love it, but life might get in the way, and that's okay. Don't get defensive. Don't get whatever. Love them where they're at, but stay in contact. Okay. Stay in contact.
Can I interject real quick?
Yeah.
So you were talking about reaching out if somebody turns off their auto ship or they haven't ordered or whatnot. I know that sometimes it's easy for folks to quote unquote fall through the cracks. We get busy with life, we forget to check on people. But if we become more disciplined with follow-ups and staying in constant contact with people, I'm not saying every day on people's nerves, but constantly staying in contact with your customers, with your thrivers, it won't come as a surprise if they have to turn off or cancel their auto ship, because you'll be in constant contact with them to where you already have an open relationship with them. And if something pops up, they're probably going to reach out to you before they even log in to turn it off, 9 times out of 10, because you have established that relationship with them and you continuously quote unquote feed into it, develop it, I guess is a better way to put it. So you also have that trust there to where if they are having a financial month where they're just struggling financially, they'll come to you hey, Erin, I'm really nervous about my auto ship. It runs in 2 weeks. I don't think I have the funds for it, or whatever it be. And then, continuing off what Tiff said, that's when you can say, well, let's get you thriving for free, or why don't we hit that promoter button? So at least, even if you don't want to make an extra check every week, anybody that you refer, you can still make money and transfer it into credits, to go towards your future orders.
And, also on that, the flip side would be, I've actually had customers by following up that have told me oh my gosh, thank God, I need to cancel it this month. And I've had it where it's went through and then, it backlashes on me where, they didn't want it. They thought they'd canceled it, whatever it might be, but there was a mistake. And then it's, a little too late then. And I feel like a bad person, because I wasn't following up or whatever, but So by following it up and not making those mistakes of letting an auto ship accidentally run through too, when somebody just didn't realize that, it's like an all around thing there, because then they are a lot more likely to order the next month. And I have had them order the next month when they could.
Another thing too, because a lot of people ask, how do I keep my customers on auto ship? First, we have the auto ship, rewards. Every 3 you run, on the 4th, you get that surprise. We don't know what it is. The last one was absolutely insane. Like, we got that little box of sample size, like the balance in the little packets. That was amazing, because I'm a traveler and taking the bottles it takes up a lot of space, but it's space that I am willing to give up to take Balance, Biotic, Sculpt, all those. But the little packets were insanely good, because you guys, those you can send to your customers. Just like we were saying, send a thank you card. You can send the balance that we got from the last auto ship insider in the thank you note. Be like, here, try this. We all know how balance works. Babies. So there was little tiny, what was it? The charcoal bar. That was so amazing, because it's sample size. Was that Hannah Montana? Sorry, you guys, I have to multitask today. But
question.
Sure.
So I don't know if we're supposed to interrupt, but I have this girl who keeps wanting to try Thrive. Should I just send her a sample, because I know she's somebody who would order? I just don't. I've always been told don't give out free products unless I'm doing a mini run.
Sorry, it wouldn't let me unmute. So personally, because I've had a few of those people, and don't feel bad about interrupting. I love when people ask questions and be interactive. So,
Okay, good.
so what I personally do, I have what I call intentional interaction. Okay, so people that I know would be interested, but they might. Let me close this door because they're fighting.
Well, they keep saying it's too expensive, and I'm like, well, if the mini is too expensive, then how aren't the products going to be?
So what I do is I will do a giveaway. Okay. I hype up this huge giveaway on my profile. Okay. A 3-day mini experience. I let other people enter too, because if you say giveaway, use different wording, just because Facebook they'll push it down the algorithm if you say giveaway or free. But what was I going to say? Giveaway. So let her, if she's interested, give her that opportunity to enter into the giveaway. Okay. That's just personally what I do. Star or Skye, you might have a better idea.
I'm so sorry. I just came in here from dealing with Silas, but so are you talking about the free mini?
So I do 3 free mini giveaways, but this girl has wanted to try. She just hasn't wanted. So I'm just like, should I just give it to her because she keeps asking me? Or if she's saying it's too expensive, should I just be like, try and have her win another free mini?
So my first question would be, my first, I guess, advice would be is to follow your heart. If you feel that this could make a true difference in this person's life, and you feel that they would make the investment if they just could at least try it out, then I say go for it. I would do it like behind the scenes kind of thing, and just tell her like, listen, I don't typically give this out. This product has a lot of value, but I know the changes that it can make in your life. So this one time I'm going to go ahead and gift it to you. But in return, I need you to create this all access profile, unless she already has one. If she already has one, I would also go along with what Jennifer said in the chat. Have her do a post for you. Like when she gets the sample, post it like, hey, I'm going to try this out. I'm feeling super skeptical, but let's see how this goes, kind of thing. And if she's not willing to do those things, then I personally don't think I would send her a free sample, just see where she's willing to meet you, I guess. And like I said at the beginning, follow your heart.
Okay, that sounds good. Because I'm like, I don't know what to do. My heart's telling me yes, but then I'm like,
And do it, mama. Do it.
okay.
Well, I mean, honestly, it's $15 for you. Unless you thrive for free, then it's free. You know what I mean? You can always write it off. It's a tax write-off too. You giving it away for free, so you can claim that cost. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Okay.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you guys.
You're welcome.
Another idea to go along with that is have her, before you send it, have her say, or like have her say that she's going to make a post for you. So say, you know what, I'm going to send you this for free. But do me a favor, when you get it, message me and let's make a post to help you thrive for free. Because if she's saying it's too expensive, let's, from day one, let's start to work on her 2 referrals. Okay, so when she gets that product, have her take a picture and be like, I'm so excited to try this, you know, blah, 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 blah. So that way you're tapping into her market then and helping her thrive for free and explain thriving for free to her. You know what I mean?
Yep. Those are all good
because-
ideas. I was like feeling stuck because I've had a whole bunch of people. Sorry, girls. No. Girls that want to try, but they keep saying that the mini's too expensive. And I'm like, okay, this will work. These ideas. So thank you.
Yeah, no
I said
problem.
the same thing, and believe it or not, as soon as I tried the products, I found the money.
Yeah,
It was definitely worth it.
that's the other thing is as soon as they try the product, they will want it, and it will really, really push them to find those 2 people. If they truly can't afford it, they will push to find those 2 people. But another thing with the post, I have all my mini experiences do this. I have them do a post on, you know, the day that they get it, they do a post. Then the day that they start it, I'll have them throw up a post, and then the last day. Because you guys, what that does is, one, like I said, that helps them, you know, tap into their market to thrive for free. But 2, if they fell off or if they did not order, a year from then, they're going to go back and see their memories. They're going to see where they're like, oh my gosh, I have so much energy. I feel amazing. They're going to be like a year later struggling and like, why did I not continue that? So post for customers is really, really big for me, just because I feel like people go back, they look at their memories and they're like, shit, I want to feel like that again. You know what I mean? Trying to think of what else I had. Skye, did you have anything else?
No. You know, I a lot of times, like, I do everything the same as what you ladies suggested. You know, a lot of times I will have them throw up a post like, okay, so I'm terrible about getting my butt to the post office. Like, I like to wait and then like mail out like a week of stuff at a time. Okay, so it helps me stay accountable when I have my potential, like, make that post like, oh my gosh, my friend Skye is going to be sending me this mini experience. And, you know, then they also have another post in there as well. So, and it helps hold me accountable to send it. But other than that,
So I struggled to go to the post office too. You guys, if you don't use Pirate Ship, Star got me onto Pirate Ship, and I don't don't step foot in the post office anymore. I literally, if you have a printer, you can print off shipping labels and it's cheaper than the post office. Okay. All you need is an account. I got just a scale off of Amazon. I think it was like $7, just a food scale. But you can literally print shipping labels off at home. I live off of Pirate Ship. So it's pirateship.com. So just a little tidbit there. I did have, I seen a, all right. When posting about minis, you write the price on the post or message them. Okay. What I do, I never put the price in the post, and Skye might have, you know, a different approach, but I never put the price in the post, but I never word it so that they think it's free. And what I mean by that is I will always put something to the effect of, you know, I have 3-day experiences or something to that up for sale, or I now have, you know, 3-day mini experiences available, you know, to purchase something that, so when they see it, they're not like, oh, this is free, I'm going to grab that. You know what I mean? Like have it, or at 3-day mini experiences on sale. That's a good one. 3-day mini experiences on sale today only. Okay. You want to build that. Wow. I just lost the word that I was going to say.
Urgency.
There we go. Urgency. You want to build the urgency, you know, that, hey, I only have 3 of these. Who wants them? They're on sale today. You could have 30, but they won't know the difference. Okay. Because if you only have 3 of them, people are going to jump. Okay. So create urgency with that. But I never put the price in the post, just because I feel like that scares people or turns them away. I'll just put on sale. And honestly, we do, sometimes Brittany will do $10 minis for, it's like a 2-day, I think she does, for $10, and we do mini races. So if you have a customer who, you know, say you're selling your minis for $25, they're like, it's a little expensive. They're like, okay, can you do a 2-day for 15, you know? Or if you like, the last question, if you want to gift somebody a mini, just say, hey, just cover my shipping and handling, and I'll send it to you. Your shipping and handling could be $5-10. You know what I mean? Because if they have a penny invested, they're going to take it seriously. That's my experience. I've given away minis to where it sat on the top of the fridge for probably 3 to 6 months. I would follow up. They're like, oh yeah, I just keep forgetting about it. I'm like, I'm going to come over to your house, because she was local. She was a friend. I'm like, I'm going to come take it away from you. Tomorrow morning, you need to take this. Okay. But if they have money invested, they're going to take it. Skye, what do you do?
I'm the same way. Absolutely. You know, I very, very rarely will do a free mini experience, even if it's only $5. Like, it is something that they have invested, because in my experience, it's, you know, free minis, no matter what it is, like they're just not invested in it. I, believe it or not, I've given away a free mini to a really good friend of mine, a neighbor of mine, and she literally gave it back to me like just recently. And I gave that to her like 5 months ago, and she gave me the whole 3-day back. At least she was honest about it, and, you know, was like, I just don't want to start something I can't be committed to and stuff. And it's like, well, whatever. But, you know, yeah, in my experience, free minis have, you know, they just don't value it the way that we do. I myself have tried a free mini and I didn't value it. That was several years ago, but nonetheless, I can speak to that too.
But 100%, like if you have somebody that you know they're going to value it, absolutely do it. Like follow your heart, you know, just follow your heart, but watch back. You know what I mean? Do we have, yeah, that's cute lipstick. Do we have any questions or anything? Because that's kind of all that I had for today. So do we have questions about anything? Can we help you guys at all? Gotten promoters from 3-day minis? Yep. 3-day minis are gold, you guys. And here's the thing. With a 3-day mini, don't set the precedence that they are going to feel a certain type of way. It's 3 days to show the simplicity. I could have punched my husband. Okay. Real talk. And this is being recorded, so this probably isn't good. But he took a 3-day mini to work. Okay. For this guy at work. And I asked him a couple days later, I'm like, so, you know, how did that go? He goes, he said he didn't feel anything. I said, well, how did you word it? He goes, I gave it to him and said, here, try this. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, dude, come on. I said 3 days to show the simplicity. Okay. It's an 8-week experience. Can you please put that back? It's an 8-week experience for a reason, you guys. So when you are selling 3-day minis, I very strongly suggest three days simply to show the simplicity of this system. to show you that you can incorporate this in your, hectic, busy life. I never promise that they're going to feel a certain type of way, but I give my experience. Okay. Day one, I was a day one thriver. I felt it day one. Some people, I have a friend who was a day 10 thriver. She felt nothing until day 10. So I always make sure that is known. One day she leaves business cards everywhere. Yep. Business cards, QR codes are huge. Can you please put that back, please? QR codes are huge, you guys. We had a garage sale over the weekend and I had my QR code placed everywhere. I had a bracelet board up, and I put my QR code there, and my QR code brings up Leanna Cade. It brings up my Facebook, my Instagram, Leanna Cade Instagram, and my Lavelle website. So my QR code takes me to an app called Milkshake, and I've done what was the other one I did? Free QR code, and it's not free. It's like free for 3 days, I think, and then they charge you. So I went over to the no, Milkshake and QR code is different. Flow code. Okay. FLOWCODE. Flow code is the one that I used to create my QR code. Okay. And then from there, you can link it to wherever you want. Personally, like I said, I have it linked to my Milkshake, and that lists all my links.
What was the name of that again?
Flow code.
Flow code. Okay.
Yep. And flow code's kind of cool because my QR code is not square, it's a circle. So it's a different appearance. So it catches people's attention. But yeah, QR codes are the new. I know Chas has a clear case, she said, and she puts her QR code right in her case. So when she's talking to people, they can just scan her phone, literally. And it's on the back of her phone. She doesn't even have to open up her phone or anything. You could make stickers. You can make business cards, put your code on your business card. Personally, what I do, like I said, we travel a lot. And when we leave hotels, I will put my business card in with the tip, the cleaning tip. So it's like, here you go. Probably didn't want this, but just in case, because you never know, you guys. And sometimes I will even take and write a little handwritten note saying, hey, thanks so much. Here is a business card if you're ever interested in, Lavelle or Thrive. And I will actually, my phone number is on my business card, so I don't leave my phone number. But yes, yeah, I've left product, I've left, stuff. So does anybody have any? Yes. Okay. So like Shannon said, can you please stop? Locals are coming back. If you are in the Toledo, Ohio area, the weekend of the 17th, Chas and Lisa will be in Toledo. That same weekend, there is an event in Dallas. I will be going to the Dallas event. And I think there's going to be one, crap, I can't remember now, but they're popping up everywhere, you guys. I know Chas had said her and Lisa are going on a tour. I had seen one in New York, maybe Minnesota, Kansas City. You guys, there's locals popping up everywhere. Okay, get in a room with thrivers. If you need motivation, right there's your motivation. Get in a room with thrivers, because that is number one on my list. I had said this on the Zoom that I was on last week, that I went to the Nashville retreat last year, and that saved me. It saved my business, because I was kind of in a spot where it just, with everything going on in life, it got too much. And I felt like I could have easily thrown my hands up and walked away. But I knew in my heart that that was not going to produce anything. So I went to Nashville, and that's what saved my business, you guys. Being in a room, spending a weekend with other thrivers, there's power behind that. So I see a lot of people are dropping. Look at all these locals, you guys.
I actually meant something different, honey. What I meant was the local events. There's like fall festivals and everything coming up. Get into your local pages on Facebook for your area. They have a lot of events popping up around you where you can actually get a table and get in front of people. You go to the Dollar Tree, get a tablecloth, save your old empty boxes and some tissue paper and get in people's faces.
That too. See, I told you guys, it's the first day of school. My brain's all over the place.
I think it's the way I said it.
That's all right. Both needed to be talked about. Get in front of other people. Don't feel, guys, I know this Zoom is like all over the place. That's just how my brain works. But it's okay. It's a fun ride. It's like a train full of fireworks. You never know what you're gonna get. But don't be afraid to get in front of people. Like for a long time, I don't remember if I don't know if you guys remember, I should say, when we used to do the scavenger hunts. My God, I was terrified of those things where you had the sheet, you print it out, and then you went into Target and you had to take a picture of like somebody wearing a red shirt holding your business card or something like that. I was mortified to do that. It scared the living daylights out of me. But it made me realize that you have to step out of your comfort zone. You have to talk to people in front of you. Don't just put your head down at the grocery store. Talk to the person in front of you. Does not have to be about Thrive, you guys. It does not have to be about Thrive. Get your name out there in your community. I'm starting to do that more and more and more. I mean, it's to the point where I drive up to Target to pick up my order and they're like, oh, hey, Marissa said, hey. I'm like, shit, that means I'm here way too much. But they know who I am. You need to, get your face out there, get your name out there. And it doesn't have to just be about Thrive. You know what I mean? Build your brand in your own town. Don't be scared of people. Somebody looks at you and asks, I've gotten this so many times. They'll look at me and they're like, oh, are you trying to quit smoking? Like, I've never smoked anything in my entire life, like not even a cigarette. No, this is my sanity sticker. Okay. This is how I function every day. Because before I used to go into the logistics, like, yeah, it has B12 and it has 18 milligrams of naturally sourced caffeine. Nobody gives a crap. Tell them what it does for you. To me, my black label is my sanity. Okay. Sanity sticker. That is what it is to me. Skye, do you have anything to add to that?
No, actually, I don't. So.
All right, you guys. So I think that's all I had for today. I mean, I could ramble on for hours more, but it's Monday. Let's go out. Go ahead, Melinda.
You're muted.
Did you not?
So, okay, I have a question. Since we were talking about business cards, do you have a decal that you put on the back of your car and, a QR code sticker you can put on the back of your car?
I personally don't yet, but we just got a truck. We had a Jeep before and we just upgraded. And I told my husband that was one of the conditions. I'm like, listen, buddy, we're putting Lavelle all over this thing. Okay. So, it's not one of the 800 auto bonus options, but we went with the F-150, but that was one of the stipulations. I'm like, listen, this is still an auto bonus vehicle. So we're going to put Lavelle on this. And he's like, fine, whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. So yes, I have thought about putting my QR code on the back of my vehicle too. I don't know if it would scan from a vehicle away, but you guys, there's people walking in parking lots. They'll notice your QR code. They'll be like, oh, wonder who this chick is. Scan it and it'll bring up your links. Okay. So yes, I personally am going to be putting it on there. We just haven't gotten around to it yet. It's a little too new for him to be, putting stickers all over. He'll get over it.
I have a decal on my car and my QR sticker. So the decal I just got from like Lavelle Gear in the back office. And the QR sticker, it's nothing fancy. It's literally just a regular sticker. And if it like starts fading or whatever, then I'll replace it because I like buy them by bulk.
Where do you get them
Yeah.
in bulk at?
So I use Uprinting, uprinting.com, and U is just like, it's not spelled out. It's just the letter U and then printing.com. And I just use my QR code from my link tree. So I use Linktree with QR codes, and when you scan it, it takes you there. And I've got different things on there, like you can follow my Shih Tzu page, you can go to my Thrive website, but you can find me on Facebook, you can find me on Instagram. Like, it's got all my links in one place.
Yeah, I tried to do or started that with the milkshake thing, but I never got very far with the milkshake app. Because that does the same thing as the link tree, I think.
Yeah, both are good.
Yeah. Yep. It's the same. It's just, personal preference, I think. So just play with both of them and see, what works for you. But yeah, car decals are super, super awesome. I personally have only seen one in my area ever. Like, I've only ever seen one other Thrive decal in my area. Granted,
Yeah,
I don't.
Go ahead. I don't think I've seen any in my area.
Yeah, but like, so you guys, when you go to events, it is so cool to see the cars and the vehicles. I remember back in Toledo of last year. I don't even know. Maybe it had to have been last year. There was a training local. You guys, it's so cool to see all these vehicles decked out, like front to back, Lavelle stickers everywhere. And it makes you stop and look at them and be like, damn, what's Lavelle? Even though you're a promoter, it like takes you back. You're like, woo, look at that. So that's what we're going to do with mine.
Okay.
So,
I have seen some cool ones for trucks. If you Google it and just put Thrive Lavelle decals, there's the back window is like a whole picture.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
All right. Well, it's time for me to go to work, or inside, I should say.
Stop giving you ideas. Deck it out, man. Deck it out. I mean,
Thank you.
You're welcome. You can put QR codes on the back windows, either side, plus your bumper. I mean, you can just QR codes everywhere. So you guys, it's 7:53. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Skye is going to be reading for us today, so take it away.
Before that, Skye, I just want to let everybody know, if you have never won on the Vibe Tribe yet, please drop your biggest aha from this Zoom. And after the reading, we'll have one of these two gorgeous ladies pick a winner.
All right. So today we are on day 9 in our 100 Days of Peace. No problems are too big for God. Is anything too hard for the Lord? Genesis 18:14. Nothing is too unimportant to pray about or too big for God to handle. Yet sometimes we may spend more time worrying about our troubles than praying about them. And we may spend more time fretting about our problems than solving them. A far better strategy, of course, is to pray as if everything depended entirely upon God and to work as if everything depended entirely upon us. Life is an exercise in problem solving. The question is not whether we will encounter problems. The real question is how we will choose to address them. When it comes to solving the problems of everyday living, we first need to pray. Psalm 34, verses 17 through 20 reminds us that the Lord answers prayers and solves problems for believers. Now, it might be that we often know precisely what needs to be done, but we may be slow in doing it, especially if what needs to be done is difficult or uncomfortable for us. So we put it off until tomorrow what should be done today. Doing what is right means doing the uncomfortable work of confronting our problems sooner rather than later. So with no further ado, let the problem solving begin. Our quotes for today: no matter how heavy the burden, daily strength is given. So I expect we need not give ourselves any concern as to what the outcome will be. We must simply go forward. Annie Armstrong. With God, no problem is too big and no detail is too small. Woodrow Crowe. Measure the size of the obstacles against the size of God. Beth Moore. For further reflection, Samuel 2, chapter 22, verses 28 through 30, Psalm 55:22, Jeremiah 32:17, Luke chapter 21, verse 15, Philippians chapter 4, verse 13. Today's prayer: Lord, sometimes my problems seem too small to pray about or are simply too big for me, but nothing is too small or too big for you. Let me turn my troubles over to you, Lord, and let me trust in you today and for all eternity. Amen.
So good. All right, you guys. So our winner for today, let me go pick somebody. Tasha Jordan is today's winner for the prize. So you can just message Brittany Hyder, I believe is who you message. But her aha was everybody struggles, even the leaders don't give up ever. That is 100% true, you guys. Don't ever give up. I don't think there's anybody in this business who has not struggled. So embrace the struggle.
This morning, message me if you were chosen. Brittany's in the middle of stuff this week, so I'm going to take care of that for her. I'm sorry.
All right, so message Shannon, Tasha, and you guys have a fabulous Monday and go kick butt.